Hey, and welcome back to another Nori Toy build. So today I want to do a build. This is something I've had for quite a while, and I've been dying to do it. I misplaced it for a long time in storage, and finally had found it along with a lot of other stuff. This is a rare Takara capsule toy that is essentially a world's smallest model of Optimus Prime. So let's crack it open and get it built. So here we've got all the pieces on sprues, and then a little instruction sheet. And here I've got these great little tools for doing models. So we can go ahead and start snipping these things. And one thing I'd like to do is eventually, today I'll just do a regular build. I think as I get time, I'd like to customize this a little bit, but of course it's this strange color, and it's only one color, which, you know, isn't the neatest thing. Kind of reminds me of the old eraser toys and stuff like that. One toy I used to collect as a kid that was similar, GoBots had capsule models that used to be able to get in vending machines, and I love those. And I really like to have some of those again, but it seems the price is really quite high on them now. And this tool, if you do any kind of modeling, this tool is just great for getting really close cuts. It's pretty clean and simple, doesn't require a lot of force. Much better than the X-Acto blade method, though you can come back with an X-Acto blade if you have any excess, if you want to trim it down. And then you've got his little head here. Let's see if we can get a close shot of that. Pretty stylized, considering. So this would be his rifle, I believe, and hopefully I don't cut anything off that I don't need to cut off. So now let's get this guy built. And this actually has the instructions for all the different versions. It looks like they also have Sideswipe, Starscream, which is actually kind of interesting looking, and then Optimus, and I think that's Prowl. So let's get this guy together. And the funny thing about it is it has gearhead mode as the standard in its design. So it doesn't actually, the head doesn't look like it folds in, which we'll verify that here in a moment. And it looks like it's a parts former as well when you want to go from robot to alt mode. There we go. Might be easier just to go ahead and do this first and then slide the cab front on. And there's actually pretty good detail molded into this design. Let's see. I think I've done this wrong. So let's take it back apart. Loosen that a little bit. Try to put this in the order it belongs. They've numbered these things, so it shouldn't be so hard. So we've got his right leg, his left leg, the feet, which attach from the inside. It's nice that we can just assemble this by hand and not have to use any glue or anything. So there you've got the legs. Okay. And those will go inside this section of the cab. I really like these kind of toys, these Gash Pond sort of candy collectibles. Of course, this one doesn't come with any candy, but it's sort of in that same vein. There's a little bit of flash. I think I'll remove just to avoid any problems in transformation. So there. And then the arms will go on like that. Takes a decent bit of force to get it in that peg hole. I think you gotta, the tolerances are so tight, you just gotta get that angle just right. So go ahead and put the head in as well. Yeah, it's a very simplified design. It's kind of funny how the directions show the head up like that, but I'm not absolutely sure, but it looks like it will flip down. I really hope it does. Try to get these arms to go on here. Simple fix. See if we can make the hole a little bit more receptive. And this is one of those cases I think a little mini pair of pliers would really come in handy. I can make the hole a little bit bigger again. I think I'll use a drill bit instead. And this is another essential tool I've picked up as a customizer, these really tiny jeweler's bits. And while this is still a bit smaller, I can use it to enlarge the hole just enough. Without going too big. So let's give it one more try, see if it slides in there a little easier. Still giving a fair bit of resistance. See if I can put my finger behind it. Alright, so we'll move this out of the way. With a little bit of massaging, I was able to get that in there. Shame they didn't have the tolerances figured out right away. Now, I'm going to pull it back out because I want to try, since it's a parts former, I'm going to go ahead and put the head back in and see if we can have this guy, his truck mode without the gearhead mode. Let's see if we can fit this there. So there we go, got both sides. And it looks like the joint is a little wide on the base of this, which keeps the feet from coming together, but we can modify that, of course. And we'll put the face of the truck cab back on. That goes on pretty easily, and that's nice. It's really nice detailed cab mode, other than the panel lines and stuff. And there's a little bit of flash, some things we can clean up later. And we've got his gun, and what does his instructions say? The instructions don't even show his gun, at least in truck mode. So, and this here I thought was a piece, but I think it's just a connector. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that off to the side. So, it looks like if you wanted to store the gun, You might be able to put it in this hole on the side or something silly like that. Give him a gun truck mode, which maybe that's how it should have been in the first place. And you can see here where these pegs are a little bit extended. But they're pretty heavy duty pegs, so you can trim those pretty easily. So let's go ahead and look at the truck mode a little closer. So I'm going to set him here. And another animated truck mode that I own is the PVZ version. And you can actually see they're close to the same size, but this has proportions a little more reminiscent of the G1 toy. The PVC is a little bit longer, but height they're about the same. But this is a bit more based on the animation model, and this is more based on the toy. And so let's see if he can hold the trailer. And the peg hole holds the trailer. He's a little short for it, but it works. And then I've got the world's smallest right here. And it looks like this might have been the basis for this design. So let's look at these a little closer. And I'll go ahead and transfer him into robot mode and just see how it comes out. So the legs will transform just like the toy does. They're really chunky at the bottom. It's a shame that they don't expand at the waist. And then we'll pop off the gun. We've got to remove these arms, which will probably in itself wear down those peg holes a little bit. But once I'm actually done with this, it's going to probably just stay in one mode and not get transformed, since it's just a parts former anyway. But I really like how detailed that cab is. I mean, it's so much more than this version. This would be nice to use parts off of to make this an even better rendition of the toy. Alright, so pull the arm off, flip the head up, and it looks like what you do is you do the arms in reverse. So you flip the arm side to side, and there's no posability once you've put everything together. So the only thing that's really parts forming is the arms. And these of course are tight pegs too. So we've got that, and then we've got the blaster, which will fit right here in his hand, hopefully. Yeah, they cut his hand's peg way too big. Unless this blaster, let me double check this blaster. No, that's how it shows in the drawing, that this peg should go in his hand. I'm gonna pull his arm off, because I'm wondering. Okay, it does. So it's not how I expected. They could have had it where it just held it, but there's actually a little peg hole inside his hand, like you would see on some of the larger Transformers, and it fits in there. That is some sort of a goofy design. And then put his arm back in, and there you have the Capsule model toy. So now there are some really nice things about this chest piece, and even the head. The head I like better than the head that's on the world's smallest. It's sort of got that illustration vibe from the box art, and it's a little crisper in its detail. Legs, of course, go to the world's smallest as far as just being better detailed and working better overall. But it'd be cool to, if I had an extra one of these, or who knows, maybe I'll even do it with this and swap over the faces of the cab and paint it and have an even more detailed prime. But there you go. That's the Capsule toy model G1 Optimus Prime. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. If you'd like to see any more of these, leave some comments below. You might be able to find these on eBay. I think every now and then, Big Bad Toy Store or TF Source, some of these places get these in. I don't know if they're blind boxed or not, but it's worth checking out if you're into this sort of retro toy, just for the novelty of it. But thanks again. Take care, and we'll see you guys next time.